Hello, it is me. I am here. Exiled Faye, hello, hello. How's it going? Let me adjust the music volume ever so slightly. My goodness. Let me start ducks, as usual. Get some ducks in here. We've got pretty much all of the ducks spawned on this map, so this is going to be a long parade of ducks coming from the dispenser here. There should be pretty much one of each. I remember call center life. I don't miss it, in all honesty, mostly because of the way people tend to talk to you when they don't have to look at your face. But good luck. I hope it's going well. I don't know how many of you are out in Lurkland right now, but Ghost Pepper came home yesterday and he brought me this little guy. Look at a cute little octopus. So I'm super excited about that. I've got him over here with Nessie. I've got this. It has been on my desk for a while. Brought this back from Scotland, but we've got Octopus and Nessie over there. You can kind of see. With Statue of Liberty Mini, which was another gift that Ghost Pepper got me. You can kind of see her over there. You can only get that particular mini near the Statue of Liberty. Delazar Silt, hello. Delazar Slit. I always say your name wrong. I'm always like, I'm gonna say it right. I'm gonna put the letters in the right order and I always say it wrong. Delazar, hello! How's it going? But yeah, you can only get that particular mini near the Statue of Liberty. So Ghost Pepper got that for me also on a school trip. Look at it. We've still got ducks coming in here. We got Ghost Pepper being a sneaky sneak, but we've still got ducks coming in. There we go. All the ducks have spawned. We're gonna turn off duck spawn because we do not want extra ducks. And let's release Hadriel from the launcher. He's good at not getting stuck in there. Shut the alpaca, hello. How's it going? Did everybody see my cute little... Look at what Ghost Pepper brought me. My cute little octopus. And the tentacles actually, like, uncurl as well. It's super cute. So, I'm super happy. He also got me... I haven't opened this yet, but he got me... this, I think it's Mexican chocolate. Mexican style stone ground chocolate. And it's dairy free, and I'm super excited. There's 4 different flavors. There is cinnamon, chili, vanilla, and, just plain, pure dark chocolate. And I'm super excited. Because, I'm holding it upside down, because I don't get to eat chocolate very often anymore. Most of it has milk in it. So I'm excited. Such gifts brought for me back from the trip. We've got ducks going on here. So many ducks hanging out in here. As soon as we get one of them in the dome, we will get Calculuster out. But we have one of each duck. There's Exiled Phase Duck. Hanging out with Uncle Scrooge. Being chill. I'm not gonna try it now because it's 10:30 in the morning and I should not have chocolate for breakfast. But I'm tempted. Can I tell you about character creature design? Absolutely! Speaking of, we're gonna be doing some world building today. Oh gosh, now I'm tempted to try that check. No, I'm gonna be strong. I'm gonna be strong. I try to make healthy eating decisions, you guys. The Titan's name is Ephreesi. I'm probably still saying that wrong. An anthropomorphic deer with 4 arms, a scaled tail, those sunbun the size of redwood trees, 2 rows of teeth, the outer herbivore, the inner carnivore, with canines pointed outward like a traditional Oni mask, lanterns tied in between their antlers, silent with fast movement. That sounds super cool. Yeah! El Pato hanging out over there. El Pato named by chat. There's J Chili as well. I love that J Chili picked the big head duck. I got it right! Heck yeah! That sounds super cool. Terrifying. Terrifying, because it sounds like it's huge. But amazing. Super cool. Everybody, how's it going today? It's Thursday. I kind of can't believe it. I'm glad it's Thursday because it means Ghost Pepper's home. He got home last night. But I also can't believe it's Thursday because where did the week go? How did we get here this quickly? Kind of a bit of a whirlwind. Today we're doing world building. I'm probably going to get to it pretty quickly. I will run the sprint timers, but I'll probably be a little bit more chatty in between because it doesn't require as much direct focus for me when I'm doing world building, because there's a lot more stop and go. Like when I'm writing narrative, I tend to get really deep into flow. And try not to do anything to disturb that state of thinking. But when I'm doing world building, there's a lot of, I wrote down a thought, now I need to think about something else. If I boil the story down, it's Vikings with kaiju. That sounds really cool, though. It's kind of like when I think about Pacific Rim sometimes, it's like, you know, that the world that takes place in, like, there could have been kaiju throughout history that they just didn't, you know, that they just chalked up to stories or whatever. It would be cool to do, like, this is how the Vikings repelled the original kaiju invasion. Because they were badasses. Sorry, I'm sniffly today. I might have to turn on the AC later today, so I assume I'm sniffly because the temperature is changing. Look, we got a little baby duck. I still don't really know where those little babies come from. I think they come from the piñata. The candy ones. I think the candy ones, like that one, I think they come from the piñata, but I'm not entirely sure because sometimes you just get plain ones. One of the many mysteries of the ducks. My goodness. Alright, so I have my document open for once. I came prepared. So I've already done all of the chapter outlining and story beat outlining for book 4 of Everyone's Child. It's hard to believe that we're already on to book 4. I actually did all of the original world building and outlining for this novel series on stream. And you can see them on my YouTube channel. We actually wrote the entire first book on stream and then did most of the edits for the first book on stream. Since then, I have been a bit more sporadic about when I stream this particular project, just because my schedule is such that trying to do one project only on stream often doesn't work very well. But so I've already gone through, I've already done all of the, there's Pi. I made a magic system for the world. Ooh, is it based on like Viking magic? Is it based on like the way of weird? Um, did I hug Ghost? I gave Ghost Pepper a lot of hugs when he got home. Many, many hugs were given, Pie. You can ask. You can ask Ghost Pepper. I gave him some snuggles. He was a very tired boy. But he got lots of love from me when he came home. We're gonna start with 4 hydrates. 1. A 2. Hugs were very needed. A 3. And a 4. And we'll do a stretch. I also made him pierogi last night, Pie. So he was welcomed home with hugs and snuggles and pierogi. And it was wonderful. Only Viking in the sense of traveling to raid? Interesting. Sorry. Frog in my throat. So I've already gone through and done all of the planning for the actual, like, story of this, and kind of the concept that I wanted to do, and one of the reasons why I ultimately decided not to do a map right away for this series, I've kind of talked about this before, is that, I wanted the first half of the series to be about exploration. I wanted it to be about discovering this world and about discovering the secrets of this world and sort of how this world is developing and where things are coming from. And so the first 3 books in the Everyone's Child series are very much, there's Wolfstuck! Look at this flat boy. I wanted it to be very much about discovery, and I wanted the world to feel kind of new and unexplored and sort of not concrete. But now that we've gone through the first 3 books and we've sort of plumbed the depths of what is let's click on Wolfstug, on what is happening in sort of the deep secret places of this world and sort of behind the scenes, now we're starting to get into the more concrete version of the world, where we've seen the wilds of it, we've explored some of what it has to offer, and now what we want to do is start looking more at the day-to-day lives of the average citizen of the world and how they're going to be affected by what's happening, what the events are in the story. So now that we've sort of discovered all of the secrets of the world, I'm starting to get into the kingdom structure and the social structure and the politics of the world, and how all of these things may be upended by some of what's been happening. We got a duck pile up here in the story. And so I've already planned out what the events of the story are, but now I have to go through and I have to flesh out some of the characters who are coming into the foreground, flesh out some of the kingdoms that have really only just been mentioned in passing, and sort of get everything organized so that when I need to write about the church leader who sort of melts out of the woodwork in this book, he has a name instead of just being the church leader as he currently is in my notes. So that's what we're going to do today. Is I'm just going to go through, I probably won't get completely finished on stream, but I want to get about halfway done before I pause for lunch. I'm just going to go through and flesh out my notes, create some character bios, create some country bios, which I actually have a template for as well, and just sort of start getting a really concrete view of what this place and what these people look like, so that when I write them, they flow a little bit easier. And I'm not necessarily locking myself into specifics here. I try to leave enough room for growth and discovery when I'm going to be writing the story to discover more about these particular characters. But I also, like I said, want to have a clear idea of kind of who I am dealing with before I actually get in there and start writing things down. Finally figured out this morning what my scene needed to do in the first chapter. Hell yeah, Exiled Fae! I hope the revisions are going well. The spells are called inscriptions, and mages are called scribes. Through practice and meditation, one can etch out spells in your own soul so that you can use the ever-present mana of the world. That sounds super cool. I like that idea. Have you ever seen Owl House, Delazar? It's a cartoon. It's for kids, but it's really good. Ghost Pepper and I watched it together, and we really liked it. Yeah, they have not quite the same thing. I mean, obviously, quite different what you're talking about. But they have like a form of runic magic where when they communicate with the Titan, they can etch certain symbols and use that to do magic. Disney robbed us. I know, right? They at least, I mean, on the one hand, they at least let them end it. Like, the series got an ending, which I'm happy about because it deserved an ending. But man, if they had just let that show go on, that show deserved to go on. That show deserved to go on longer than it did. We are talking about Owl House. Are you unmuted now, Exile Faye? Can you hear me? Owl House was really good. And it only got 2 seasons and then, like, a handful of episodes for, like, the finale wrap-up. But I feel like if they had let that series go on for a while, it was so good. Such great world building and story development in that series. I really liked it. I really appreciate when a show that's made for children can entertain me as an adult. Because I think that we've kind of lost... As time has gone on, I think we've kind of lost the art of family entertainment, of TV shows that, like, a parent can watch with their child and actually get, like, enjoyment out of. Because everything gets, like, so sterilized and so, like, dumbed down for children these days. But Owl House was really good. I appreciated Owl House. We saw the final, I think we saw the final episodes. All I remember was having a really tough time finding it, so I can't remember if we have that to look forward to. The ending is on Disney Plus. If you're on Disney Plus at all, the last, I think they did like 3 1-hour episodes to wrap it up. So they did give it an ending. It did end. And it was a good ending, but I wanted so much more of that show. I wanted so much more. That show was so good. Yeah. And the owl lady, so cool. Oh, look, Tyranno's duck is down in one of the, look at that. Oh, it launches them. That's why the ducks get yeeted. Okay. I didn't realize that. I'm still learning things about this map. Vinyl stencils here, always sneaking stabbing. Stabby duck. Doing this story in a unique way, I'm letting my community vote on the outcomes. I'll write like 2 to 3 paragraphs and make a poll. Oh, interesting! That's brave, because I've seen Joe's community write a story, and although he gives them complete freedom, and it always ends up being... sexual pretty fast. But that's really cool. That's a really cool idea. Please keep us updated and let us know how it goes. It infuriates you that Joe's chat makes everything sexual instantly? It turns out when you give Twitch the complete freedom to do something, they'll always they're always gonna do a fart joke or a sex joke. Alright, let me get settled in here. They had me make the MC practice magic for days. Oh no! They wanted to level up. Alright, let's see what I've already got in here. So thankfully I think I already have spaces for a bunch of the so you guys kind of can't, I have this so that you can't see it really because spoilers, but you can kind of see on the side here, this is how I have my places arranged. And so I have basically like Brusconia here is a country, and then I have all of the places that are in that country are like sub pages to it. So I basically just have to go through and fill out expert camera work here. I basically just have to go through and fill out my countries. So first of all, I need to look at something and determine, I guess I should turn on the timer. So they made your MC practice magic for days, and then when they got into a fight, they voted for hand-to-hand. Oh, Twitch chat, always trolling. Always trolling. Okay, I think I should turn on the timer and do, even though I'm going to be a little bit more talkative today, I think I'll turn on the timer. So I'm going to sneak AFK for 1 minute here and just reheat my coffee, because time gets away from me, always. I'm going to leave you guys with the ducks, and as soon as I come back, we'll start the first 30-minute timer. And I'm going to basically just start by going through and putting, like, creating the templates for everything that I want to fill in today, because it's a quick, easy copy and paste. And then I have a pretty clear idea of what all I want to fill in. And then I think I'm going to start with, instead of doing the countries, because they're a little bit more complicated, I'm going to go through and fill out all the character profiles that need attention first. So I have a couple of characters that have already appeared that need some expansion, because they're going to become more prominent characters. And then I have one character that we haven't seen before that I have to get ready to basically be on camera. So I think we're going to start with that this morning and hopefully get through all that process, so that this afternoon I can go through and develop the kingdoms a bit more. Eventually I beat the MC into unconsciousness. Vote on that, Twitch chat. I'll be right back, 1 minute. I don't give the MC plot armor. If they die, I'll move to someone else. Interesting. Interesting approach. Alright. I'm going to turn on the timer. I'm going to start digging into these plans. Oh, hey, Cantus is here. Oh, that should mean that we can get... Hang on. Before we start... There is a duck inside the dome. Don't know who. I can click through the dome. Heck yeah, there we go. Calculuster. There we go. All right. 30 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry about that. Okay, I need to do the people. Godzilla? What? Oh, because I sneezed. Thank you. love that. I have to tell Woof that because he's a huge Godzilla fan. Oh, Ghost Pepper getting brainwashed. Ghost Pepper's duck getting brainwashed. No worries, Delazar. I might not read as much chat while I am doing the work, but I will keep my eye on things. Have my last. Mad Lad, hello, hello. How's it going? $20 stream streak. Thank you so much, the Mad Lad. I'm doing pretty good. Look at this cute little octopus that Ghost Pepper got for me. I'm just gonna show it off to everyone all stream. Look at that. Look at how cute he is. What you working on today, the Mad Lad? Is this a remake of the Barbie Girl song? It's amazing. Possibly some poetry analysis. Nice. Maybe a comparative essay. Nice. What was I gonna write? I just forgot what I was gonna write because I got distracted by the song. Oh, yeah. If you had to compare two novels together, is it cheating to use one book and then Symphony of the Stars? Does that count as 4 books or 2? So there are technically 3 books in Symphony of the Stars. What's the other book? Like, what books are you trying to compare? I think I need a little bit more. If you're just asking how many books are in Symphony of the Stars, 3. I mean, in my head, it's all 1 book, but it was broken down into 3 books, so it's a box set of 3 books. It contains 3 books. But technically, it could be 1 book. I guess it just depends on, like, if you're looking at length or amount of plot, question mark? Yeah, I would say that it would be kind of like comparing a trilogy to a single book in that case. But, I mean, if you feel like it satisfies what you're trying to do, then that, I think, is your choice to make. I don't know if I answered the question or just made it more confusing. Oops. Moving it in the wrong direction. Move up. That's right, I wanted to check something and then I didn't check it. Ooh. Oh. Go back over my notes more often, evidently. Literary-wise, Symphony of the Stars counts as 3 books. Yes. It's a box set, though. Physically, you can buy all 3 of the books that are in Symphony of the Stars separately. So technically, it's a box set. If you were to go on my Amazon profile, you would find that it should be written at the bottom of the description of Symphony of the Stars that it says contains the first 3 books of the... Hang on. It says contains the first 3 books of the Celestial Serenade, The End of All Things, Across the Void, and After the Nightmare, previously published separately. So, I mean, it depends on how you want to categorize it in your brain. You're the one doing this, but if you're looking at like the most technical term, it is technically a box set. It does contain 3 books that were previously published separately and that you can buy separately. I mean, if you're deciding to compare 2 books, how is it 4 books? It's 3 books in 1. It's 3 books in 1. It's a 3-in-1. But if you are deciding to compare 2 books together, I think you get to decide which 2 books. I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life. I'm just trying to answer a question. Oh, 3 plus 1 for... I see, so you're counting the other book. Listen, you can do whatever you want. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm just letting you know... Like, you asked if it's 1 book or 3. I guess in the most technical sense, it's 3 because it's a box set. You can buy those 3 books in a smaller form. But if you want to count it as 1 book, you can count it as 1 book. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. I'm not here to tell you how to do you. You do you, my friend. That I can't... I don't know. I think if you're the one making the rules for the comparison, then you get to decide that. Technically, it's written as 3 separate books. Like, each book inside the Symphony of the Stars has its own plot that is meant to be a book plot. If that means for you that, for comparison purposes, that's too many book for the other book comparison, then you could just compare Dreamers Do Lie and The End of All Things. But if you are making the rules and you want to compare the whole trilogy to another book, that's 100% up to you. I mean, you're in charge. You're in charge, my friend. thought it would be cheating because it's 3 separate books in one. I mean, what you could do is compare Symphony of the Stars to both of the Dream Things to True books, because it would be like comparing one series to another. If you're looking for something you can compare to Symphony of the Stars, not to like toot my own horn or anything, but the Aravalia Chronicles is plotted and presented in the same form as the Symphony of the Stars. So the first 3 books, Eyes of a Stranger, Key to All Doors, and Heart of a Kingdom, will come out throughout the year. And in December, there will be a book called Once Upon a Dream, which will contain the first 3 books of the Aravalia Chronicles. And you could take that book, Once Upon a Dream, and you could compare it to Symphony of the Stars, because it would be the same. They were plotted the same, they were published the same, they were presented the same. They would be equals in the areas that you seem to be looking for, if that makes sense. Whereas you could take something like Dreamers Do Lie and compare it to maybe The Light of Eternity or Someone's Suffering Child, because those are individual books, if that makes sense. Hopefully that was helpful. I don't know my obsession with making life hard. I'm also a slow reader. I just like to keep myself busy with things. Hey, I am just trying to answer your questions. Aravalia Chronicles 1 to 3 with Dreamers Do Lie both talk about dream in the title. I mean, you'll have to read them all. You'll have to read them all and find out. I'll tell you a secret, though. There was a specific naming scheme for the Aravalia Chronicles, and it came from a specific source. Specifically, well, I mean, the titles for Dream Things True came from a different specific source, but the answer to where the titles for the Aravalia Chronicles came from is the title for the first book came from a song which goes, I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. I know you, the gleam in your eyes is so familiar a gleam. Dreamers Do Lie, the source of the title is from Romeo and Juliet. Oh, streamer care time! Oh, Pie hitting me with a hydrate and a stretch. We're gonna do the stretch in a minute because I'm gonna get up and take a break. For Dreamers Do Lie, the title comes specifically from the speech where Romeo says, I dreamed a dream. It's actually in the cover. And I think it's, who is he talking to? Mercutio says, so did I. Well, so did I. When what was yours? And then the answer is, that dreamers often lie, in bed asleep. While they do dream things true. And then it is replied, I see Queen Mab hath been with thee. I read the quote and then did a frantic search online to find that scene in Romeo and Juliet because I did not remember it. Yes, Dream Things True. The title Dreamers Do Lie and Dream Things True both came from Romeo and Juliet. But all of the titles in the Arvalia Chronicles trilogies are based on the Once Upon a Dream song. At least the first three are. After that, it gets a little bit murkier. Let's do a stretch and then a quick break so that I can get up and move around. I'm off to a slow start here, but I am proceeding. I had to look up a couple of things. But I've got it now. Heck yeah. Stretchy stretch. Gotta stretch them fingies. Fastest fingies in the West. Or so I'm gonna continue to claim. Silkfoot's trying to be Tyranno over there. I'm gonna pause the decks. I'm gonna go into BRB mode so that I can get up and do some steps. And when I come back, we're gonna do... I'm probably just gonna keep the timer running most of the time that we're going today. Because I'm being a little bit more chatty in between. I don't think we need to have the big breaks. If we go down a rabbit hole, we go down a rabbit hole. But I will be right back with more of whatever this craziness is. I'm back. Mad Lad, you're fine. It always takes longer to get into world building than I anticipate because I gotta organize things, I gotta look up things, I gotta make sure that I'm being consistent, I gotta discover that I already put an extra kingdom in this story, you know, that I forgot about. All that kind of stuff. And more. Let's check the launcher, because we got a duck in here. Can we release the Stargazer? We did it! The Stargazer is free. Heck yeah. So we got all 3 of our special ducks free. And there's Ushata Alpaca's duck, hanging out. Chillin'. Chillaxing all cool. Here in the pool. Heck yeah. Alright. Like I said, I'm probably just gonna keep the timer rolling here. Since I'm a bit chattier than usual. Wow, with this music, some of this zoom is very, like, dramatic. The duck angles. I thought you'd have many more books, but I just found out you only have 12. Do I? That doesn't sound right, because there are 8 books in... There are 8 books in the Eternity's Empire. There are 3 books in the... There are 3 books in the Mystical Island, and there are 2 books in the Dream Things True, which already puts me over 12. And then there's also 1 book in the Arvalia Chronicles that's out, and 2 books in the Everyone's Child. So that's at least, I lost count. So at least 16. In total, there are 30 available for paperback, but my goodness, going from 30 to 12, I applaud the hard work. Hang on, I thought you'd have many more books, but I just found out you only have 12. Writing 3 books in itself is hard, let alone 30. Listen, I'm a book-writing machine. I really hope you get a big breakout where you've discovered and your worth is shown to the world. Mad lad, that means the world to me. I love our little community too, and I'm happy with our little community, and I'm happy with the people who found my work and support my work. And I'm just gonna keep plodding along and doing the thing and getting stuff out there. I've written many more books than have yet been published, I assure you. Because there are actually 15 books in the Arvalia Chronicles. There's just only 1 published so far. But even if I only ever have a small group of people who find my work and support my work, that will make me happy. Continue to make me happy. Because, you know, that's what every writer wants, is just someone to appreciate their stuff. I like how I got stuck on the first sentence. I appreciate that you appreciate my stuff so much, Mad Lad. Joe likes to say that I have at least 2 books out. That is one. Completely done. The Writers Troop, hello, hello. Welcome in, Raiders. Please check out the Writers Troop, who are raiding right now. Super chill, super nice to hang out with. A fellow writer and co-working streamer. How's it going? Rose Evanstar, hello, hello. Stream is going pretty good. I'm world building today, so a bit more chatty than usual, because I don't have to go quite as deep into focus. I'm basically taking some details that I've kind of just jotted on the fringes of my notes and filling them out a little bit so that when I write the next book in this series, I have a bit more grounding of who everybody is and what to expect from them so that it's a little bit easier to do that first draft. So far I've technically only gotten through one full profile, but I have been organizing a lot of thoughts and information this morning. So it's going well. What were you working on today? I was laughing when you got fixated on the 12 instead of finishing the message. Listen, I sometimes shoot myself in the foot by not reading the whole message before. This is a thing that I do. I process information in a certain way. Luckily, I also have some notes about some of these characters already, so... I like it when I've already given characters physical descriptions, so I don't have to come up with what people look like. Working on a freelance manuscript, edits the first half, then convention planning and stuff. Oh, nice! I'm glad. I'm glad to hear the stream went well. I was saying at the beginning of stream, it's hard to believe that it's Thursday already. It feels like the week has just blown by. But it sounds like you were very productive, and that's good. I find that at this time of the week, sometimes it's hard to keep on track because you're like, I just want it to be Friday. I just want it to be Saturday. This whole year has blown by. I'm kind of reeling from it a bit. Clean off my hot plate here and my coffee warmer and forgot that it's it warm. Been super productive this week on the whole, so I'm pleased. Nice! I'm glad to hear it. I have been at a busy portion of my schedule because I'm trying to get a new book out for later in this month. So the last few weeks have been pretty crazy, but I'm starting to get to a point where I should hit like a little bit of equilibrium and get to have a little bit of, not necessarily a lull, but just a point where I don't have to rush around as much. So I'm looking forward to that because it can get to be a lot. 2 hydrates for the Mad Lad. A 1. And a 2. 38k points and 2 hydrates. We're succeeding in life. Heck yeah. Now, did I ever indicate what his primary schools were? Oh, I haven't updated that in a long time. The right tip. I really should update them more often. Skip this song because that ringing makes me think that my phone is going off, and I don't like that. It is a good tip. Don't use filter words. Right tip of the year. I mean, that I used to change it every stream. And then it just sort of fell out of the habit. I should change it like every couple of weeks. Honestly, I have a lot of right tips on my blog, so I should just make it a link. I'm so lazy. What I really need to do is, like, make a code that will randomly pick one out of, like, a list. I'm noticing that I have a lot of earth mages in this book, but that's okay. Change this. Oops. No. Look for phone call. Good luck with phone call. It is another break, I see. Let me just organize a few more things here. I have 2 more character profiles that I want to get through, and I think we'll be able to do that before we wrap up stream. Actually, doing a quick calculation of my word counts here so I can see, because it doesn't feel like I've done much, but I've actually done quite a bit once I see how many words I've done, so that's a good thing. So I just need to track. So I have 1 more character that I've kind of already made some notes on to flesh out a little bit, and then 1 more character who's brand new, who's gonna need a name and everything. I'm actually gonna give him a name before our first draft, which I almost never do. Many of my characters just end up getting a descriptor for the first draft of a story. So one of the reasons why I wanted to do this world building ahead of time this time was so that this guy could have a name. Right now, he is in my notes as simply church leader, and I want to give him an update so that he is actually named and described in the first draft, which will hopefully save me more trouble later. Because sometimes some of this work doesn't get done until after the first draft, so I'm trying to be ahead of the game. I'm going to take another quick break to get up and move around and refresh my coffee, all that. I will be back for another sprint. Don't forget to also get up, move around, stretch, grab yourself something to drink or eat, and I will be back shortly. of a turn. Let's get ducks going again. Oh, the floaty! It's here! The cow floaty literally just dropped out of the sky. Heck yeah. Oh, do we have coffee? No coffee. But we did get a cow floaty just popped out of the sky to hang out with the ducks. The alien cow floaty. It's got extra eyes. I'm gonna get the writing timer going again, and I'm gonna do the next profile here. Need to look up something again. This song sounds like noise. fingers on the wrong keys. My head hurts, so it's time for me to disappear. No worries, Pie. Thank you so much for lurking. You're always appreciated. Thank you for the streamer care. And thank you so much also for caring about Ghost Pepper and Ghost Pepper getting home okay. Get some good rest, Pie. We appreciate you. We love you. No cap. Before you accuse. Thank you. Have a great weekend. This is my last stream for the week, so I won't be back until next week. So have a great weekend, and I hope I'll run into you on another stream. The yelling was annoying me. Sorry. Sometimes I switch songs because a song will break my focus, and I'm like, no, thank you. there's just ducks dropping out of nowhere all over the place. One more profile that I want to do, and I need to come up with the guy's name. And then I'll be in a good place to stop for lunch. think I have some idea of what I want this dude to look like. Joe, how's it going? How are you, my friend? Have you awoken to the day now that you've had some time? Somewhere after my appointment, had to be up really early. Oh yeah, I remember you saying that you had to wrap up stream early yesterday because you had an appointment. How did the appointment go? I hope it was good. Also, coming home to sleep, good call. I have to get to the blood clinic sometime. I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I think I might actually put it off until Wednesday. But I have to get up super early and go to the blood clinic at some point, and I hate it. Because I have to get up before I would normally get up, and I have to go stand in a line, and then I have to walk home, and it's a whole... It doesn't usually take very long, because I literally just go in, and they stick me with the needle, and then I leave with my Band-Aid, but I hate it. I still hate it. Also, restream watch streak. Thank you so much, Joe. I'm proud of you. The kids are asleep. Hello, hello. How's it going, my friends? Joe, did your appointment go well? Please tell me. Are they pleased with the progress your leg is making? I'm also outlining. Welcome in. I should restart the timer, actually. Here I am, just clicky-clacking away, not paying any attention. Bing Bong Peter's here. Hello, my friend. We were getting some dramatic zoom on your duck earlier. You have to have surgery on your leg. Oh, Joe. Is it going to be, like... Is it going to be... You don't have to answer this in stream chat if you don't want to. You can PM me. I can PM you on Discord if you'd rather. But is it going to be, like, a major thing? Is it going to be, like, an outpatient thing? Like, I'm assuming that's not the direction you were hoping it would go in. Are they just worried that it'll, like... that another infection will get in there if they don't fix things. I'm worried. I'm so worried. I worry about people, is what I do. Peter Duck is nothing if not dramatic. Yeah, there was some epic music playing, and you were floating in the dome, and it did this, oh hey, speaking of Peter's Duck, you're right there. And it did this, like, dramatic zoom in on you. Val! Oh my goodness! How are you? I haven't seen you in what feels like forever! How's it going? Have a consultation with the surgeon next week. Joe, I am sending good vibes your way. I hope you get good news. I know that this is probably not how you wanted things to go, but hopefully they're going to take care of it so that you won't have to worry about this anymore. At least an age! I was just thinking the other day about how I missed hanging out with you and our chats and all that. I hope you're doing well. I'm so glad to see you, especially because I know it's 3 hours ahead for you, so it's probably like late afternoon there instead of early afternoon. There's still parts of the cyst left, so they recommended surgery to remove it. That's probably good. I mean, if they left a remnant and it got infected, it's probably better for them to get in there and get rid of everything this time. So I really hope that is how things will go. Between jobs, so time has no meaning? Heck, I hope that it's a good between jobs because you wanted to switch jobs and not because shit hit the fan. But either way, I'm happy to see you. I mean, obviously, if shit hit the fan, I'm not happy about that. Union has no work, that sucks. That I'm not happy about. But I am happy to see you. I've missed you. It's nice to know that you're doing well. I'm making an assumption, but it's nice to know that you're doing well. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm about to start what will probably be our final sprint. We'll do one more round of 30 minutes and then we'll probably wrap up. But for those who are just joining us, I am working on outlining for Everyone's Child Book 4. So Everyone's Child is a high fantasy series that I started actually here on stream. We did the initial world building and the initial outlining and all the first draft writing right here on stream. I don't do it all on stream now because it's hard to get one project all on stream with my schedule being what it is. But I have outlined the 4th book in the series. I've decided what all the events are going to be. And now I'm basically just going through and filling out the information about the characters and the information about the setting so that hopefully when I go to do that first draft, it'll be a little bit easier to get all of the stuff that needs to get on the page the first time around, such as names and descriptions and motivations and all that kind of stuff. And so this morning we've been going through and filling out some characters that have appeared in the series before but are going to become more prominent. And now I'm adding a new character whose name is going to be Dranar Urlar. And he is going to be the head of the church, who is going to kind of melt out of the woodwork in this book to start asserting his authority and trying to regain his lost glory. So I am filling out some detailed information about him. He's probably the last person that we're going to be able to... Well, he is the last character that I need to do anyway, but this is probably the last thing... That doing okay, not good. I'm sorry to hear that. I wish that you could come in and say, I'm doing fabulous, everything is wonderful. I wish that for all of my friends. But I'm glad that you're doing okay. I'm glad that you're here, I guess I should say. I'm glad to interact with you. I'm not glad about the other stuff. Not doing not good? That's good. That is good. Listen, I genuinely wish that... Oh, what happens if the jelly... Just like, I guess it's not gonna splat, but... Never launched a jelly at the dome before. I genuinely wish that all my friends could say my life is wonderful and fabulous, and it genuinely makes me sad when that is not the case. But I am glad to see you. I am glad for a chance to hang out. So yeah, we are filling out this, oh gosh, that jelly just got sucked right up. So yeah, we're filling out this one last profile, and then I am gonna flit off to eat some lunch and check on Ghost Pepper, I think, wants to make some burgers for dinner tonight, and I'm trying to thaw this massive log of beef, so we'll see how that goes. Got back on streaming, so I'm on a bit more. I will keep an eye out for you, Val, and hopefully get a chance to lurk in your streams. I usually work until around 6 or 6:30 Pacific time, and then Ghost and I usually do dinner. So I'm mostly around in the evenings Pacific time, but I do try to work lurk when I see people around. So I might not always get to say hey, but I will definitely try to pop in and do a work lurk. Oh my goodness. Let me do final sprint, just so people who are considering rating me at this time know that we are going to wrap up soon. Jelly sucking in beef logs. What a time to be alive. I genuinely didn't know if the jelly duck would splatter against the dome. I mean, I'm glad it didn't. That would have been horrible, but they're made of jelly. This character is becoming very interesting. I'll stretch! Photoshop the alpaca. Heck yeah. Thank you for keeping an eye on the streamer. I was scrunching down in my chair, I'm pretty sure, as well. And we stretch the fingies. Very important. Gotta keep them fingies limber. Hey, why? How's it going? Today on Megan's stream, we stare at ducks, more ducks, and listening to random clicks of the keyboard. Is that any different from what we usually do? Is that any different from what we usually do? How's it going, why? I hope you're doing well. I assume you're at work. Man, there's a lot of dickheads in this book. Cheers, Joe. Thanks for the hydrate. It's a gripping premise for this series. Working should be done in an hour and a half. Heck yeah, why? I hope you have a smooth rest of your day. Didn't I create them? It's a good question, Joe, because do I really create these people or do they already exist and I just pull them out of the ether? Do I decide what happens in the stories or are the stories already there and just telling themselves to me? Sometimes I think that I pull things out of the ether and create them, which is a cool thought. But most of the time I'm pretty sure that I'm just being told. I'm just being told a story by dickheads that exist in some, I don't know, nebulous story universe. Sometimes there has to be a few dickheads in a story, though. They can't, not everyone can be nice. It wouldn't be much of a story. They're all based on me. This guy is definitely not based on you. He is not your brand of chaos. This guy is 100% will murder your grandmother if it serves his purposes. Has anyone got experience with the musical Ride the Cyclone? I have not. I can't tell if I love it or hate it. I've certainly heard things I've never thought I would, especially from a musical, but here we are. I've never heard of Ride the Cyclone, I don't think. I might have to look it up. Well, who is Silkfoot trying to be? I think Silkfoot's trying to be the unicorn. But he can't do the horn. He's trying to do this duck. There's Carly. There's Carly. I have experience with Ride the Lightning. Is that a musical or a ride or is that a Judas Priest song? Isn't that a Judas Priest song? Why would I not want to do it? Metallica. Okay, sorry. I'm not actually a huge fan of Metallica, so forgive me for not knowing that. But doesn't Judas Priest have a song? Hang on. I have to not accidentally turn on Judas Priest while I'm doing this. There's a specific Judas Priest song I'm thinking of. Lightning Strike. It's just called Lightning Strike. Okay. That's the song I was thinking of. I did not accidentally turn on Judas Priest and therefore get a copyright strike. Currently listening to a song about a man who normally couldn't speak but is now singing about he needs to give his seed to the cat ladies from outer space to save the— Wait. Okay. Ride the Lightning is a Stephen King short story too. Did not know that. Lightning Strike. Yes. Why got me? That's the one I was thinking of. I don't know why I thought it was called Ride the Lightning. But I was just like, lightning! There's a Judas Priest song that has to do with lightning. Also, the main plot point is these 6 kids rode a theme park roller coaster and died on it. Wait, isn't that the premise of that, like... Isn't there a movie where, like, a bunch of kids were supposed to die on a roller coaster, but they didn't, so then death, like, hunts them down? What are you in for? I played copyright music on stream. I accidentally played Judas Priest. No regrets. Final Destination. Yeah. That's what that sounds like to me. I'm just hoping that Val doesn't hate me now that I've revealed that I don't know much about. I know maybe 3 Metallica songs. These kids died on the roller coaster, and now they're singing about why they should all vote for the person to live. Only one can come back from the dead. Interesting. Ricky is saying that he needs to save these random space species because he's the chosen one. What is this? What is this musical about? I maybe only like 2 or 3 Metallica songs. I mean, Metallica does their own brand of music, but it's not my favorite. Joe, you have to know at least one Metallica song. You have to know at least Nothing Else Matters, because they played that all over the place when we were in high school. Unfollowed, blocked, banned from my channel, reported. Why? I'm sorry. They're just not one of my favorite bands. I know For Whom the Bell Tolls. What's the name of the other one? I know For Whom the Bell Tolls. I know Nothing Else Matters. And there's another one. Master of Puppets. And there's one other one that I can't think of that I know, that I listen to a lot. And those are like my 4 Metallica songs. What's the 4th one? Oh, Enter Sandman. There might be one more. There might be 5. Unless the song I'm thinking of actually belongs to another band. Which is possible. So yeah, those are my Metallica songs. Hey, Callie's Kennel, how's it going? Enter Sandman is a Metallica song that I do know. One might be the other one I'm thinking of, maybe. Enter Sandman was also all over the place when we were in high school. You would probably know them if you heard them. Metallica did this shitty version of Whiskey in the Jar that I had to play at least once every other day when I worked for a rock sports station. I don't know that I've heard it. They did play one of their songs was in Stranger Things, yeah. This girl, Ocean, sings about how she's better than everyone, and that's why she should be brought back to life. Yeah, Metallica, not one of my favorite metal bands. I really like Judas Priest. I really like Iron Maiden. I really like Unleash the Archers. I really like a bunch of obscure European metal bands that none of you will have ever heard of. Except maybe Y and Val. Except maybe Y and Val. And Woof, if he's here, if he's lurking. Have I heard Powerwolf? If not, I will add them to my list. Hang on. Check my... specific list. Getting so much writing done this sprint. Lol. Where's my... Why is it not showing me all of my playlists, first of all? Oh, it's Battle Beast I'm thinking of, so I don't think I've heard Powerwolf. I'll have to add that to the list. It's like there's a thing I'm thinking of, but it's Battle Beast that I'm thinking of. I will add Powerwolf to the list of bands to listen to. Nightwish is amazing. Nightwish is amazing, yes. I do like Nightwish. I'm a Megadeth, Pantera type of guy. Yeah, see, that's a little too, growly for me. I have a growl threshold, and once something passes my growl threshold, it's not for me. But Ghost Pepper likes them as well. He really likes that kind of music as well. Joe, I'm surprised that you don't like metal. It sounds like it would be right up your alley. Spotify doesn't know what the fuck I want to listen to because, first of all, I spend so many hours playing Joe's streaming list, which I don't curate. So, it started to recommend to me a lot of the stuff that's on this playlist, which is fine. I like the music on this playlist. I play it. But then I also listen to sea shanties, heavy metal, 80s and 90s, like, rock. And so my Spotify recommendations are just all over the place. It doesn't know what to do with me. It doesn't know what I want to listen to. It's just like, here's some lo-fi and also some Judas Priest. And I'm like, not two things I thought I'd ever see on a list together, but sure. That's true. Metal does have like 50 different subgenres. Pie, you said you went to bed! Pie, you said you went to bed! Can't sleep? Oh no! Are you back for more clicky clackies? Cheers. Lay down and I will attempt to lull you to sleep with the dulcet sounds of my keyboard. I don't want to ban him! I don't want to ban anybody's. Basically creating a fundamentalist Christian preacher for this story, which I hate, but it's basically who this guy is. That was a very disorganized paragraph, but it will serve. It's 9:30 and I still haven't showered. I'm going to after stream. Heck yeah. Just delivering streamer care. Pie, we appreciate you, but I also hope you feel better soon. Also, why are we at the bottom of the pool again? Ride the Cyclone. Add that to your list if you do. I mean, I'll look it up and see what it's about before I start looking at into the music. All rock can be considered a subgenre of metal. It's just metal but lighter. True. I mean, what used to be considered metal is now basically considered hard rock. If you are interested in heavy metal at all, or in learning about heavy metal, there is a documentary, I believe it's called A Headbanger's Journey. Yes, there's a documentary called Metal, A Headbanger's Journey. It's really good. There's a second one that I can't think of the name of that's made by the same guy. And he basically looks into the different genres of heavy metal and how heavy metal has developed and why it resonates with so many people throughout the world. And he talks to a lot of fans of metal. He talks to a lot of metal bands. And he kind of looks into the history of it and the breakdown. And I think for a while he had a YouTube channel as well where he would look into various metal bands and the genre that they tended to work into. It's what's the guy's name who did it? Sam Dunn. He's really good. I think I don't know if he still has a YouTube channel, but I think at one point he had a YouTube channel. Banger TV, I think you can find him on. So look up Sam Dunn and look up his work. Super good. And it's a way to learn about the genre and about the people who participate in the genre from both sides of the stage. I don't think Black Sabbath was ever considered rock. I think Sabbath has always been metal. And if you've never done it, do yourself a favor and listen to some Ronnie James Dio because it's just fabulous. All right, we just have one last bit of information to fill in for this dude here. Stop that keyboard has a family. But this is what keyboards do. Dio is top tier, man. There are very few, like, bands or singers that when I hear their music, I never dislike their music. And Dio is one of those people where, like, I don't think I've ever heard a Dio song that I didn't like. I know that in life, Dio was a bit of a diva. He had a reputation. But I don't think I've ever heard a Dio song that I didn't enjoy. Chaos Octopus Cam for the rest of stream. Here we go. This was made by the lovely and fabulous Joseph Chilson, who is hanging out in chat. Jade Chili. This is his artwork. He made this on his stream. Absolutely gorgeous. This is me in my octopus hat as rendered by Jade Chili. Enjoy. Time eats all his children in the end. I mean, that is a mythological reference. And not untrue. Alright, I finished creating this jerk face. So we have finished filling out the characters for this particular book. right, perfect. All the details made it in there. My notes don't have to necessarily be the most organized. They just have to make sense to me. All right. Well, that was a wild end of stream, but I'm so excited that we got to talk to so many people that we haven't gotten to talk to in a while, and that we talked about metal and many other things. Apparently a musical I need to look up because it sounds insane. And we splatted Santa's face into a dome. Heck yeah. Thank you, the Mad Lad, for hanging out. Thank you to everyone who came to hang out. I'm going to see who's online. I'm going to wrap up pretty swiftly because I have to get up and do my steps here in a second. Let's see. Who's doing the writing stuff? Just gotta sit through an ad and see. We might pop over into French Toast. I'm just trying to see if she's wrapping up shortly. I have a bad habit of wrapping people like as they're wrapping up their stream. So I wanna rate someone who's potentially gonna stick around for a little bit. She looks like she might be, because she's at Palmo 6 of 6. So maybe we'll head over to Cat's Chaos Cafe, because we do raid French Toast pretty often, and I think we've only raided Cat once or twice. So let's head over to Cat's Chaos Cafe. She's doing some Thursday productivity. Not sure how long she's going to be sticking around, because she's been going for a while too. But I like to spread the love around. So enjoy your shower, the Mad Lad. If you have my emotes, please feel free to use them. Otherwise, use any emotes that you would like to. The Starbo Octocheer will work for you if you are subbed, even though it doesn't work for Stream Elements. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with me this weekend, or this week rather. I really appreciate it, and please enjoy your weekends. This is it for my streams for the week. I won't be back until Tuesday, but I will be back on Tuesday. We will be doing book formatting next week, as well as edits, because I gotta get through the Arvalia Chronicles by the end of June. So that's going to be happening. If you're looking for more of me, I will be over on It's Woof's channel on Saturday evening for a stream that the two of us do together, just cozy games and chatting. And we chat about all kinds of wild stuff, usually literary stuff at some point, but all kinds of wild things. So you can check me out over there. Please take care of yourselves. Remember to eat, sleep, drink, all the things. And get some rest from time to time. Take care of yourselves. You're all wonderful and amazing. I love you. And until we meet again, take care and may the creativity flow for you.